back with Imani. I say back like we didn't just move locations.
We really did, but yeah.
I'm posting it at a different time, so it doesn't matter. I'm back with Imani to speak about unhealthy coping mechanisms. So, what do you believe unhealthy coping mechanisms are?
I'm sure you're gonna give them the Britannica definition, Webster. But really and truly, anything you use to kind of deal with any kind of situation, whether they be healthy or unhealthy. So people can argue that going to church, as opposed to drinking, sex, eating disorders, all of those kinds of things are responses to really and truly anything, whether it be good or bad news, whether it be trauma or unfortunate situations. Right, so.
Well, unhealthy coping mechanisms are usually things that you do to get rid of the emotions that you're feeling in the short term. They don't necessarily help you out in the long term. And they're actions that you take either consciously or unconsciously in order to get rid of those emotions that you don't want to feel. I know that I keep on telling you how to healthily cope with things and everything, but truth is, for me to reach this point, I went through a lot of unhealthy coping strategies. Did they help me in the moment? Yes, they did. I just had to consciously choose to move forward from that. But once again, disclaimer, I'm not a therapist. I'm only talking from my experience. But unhealthy coping strategies help you in the moment. They may damage you long term if you're not smart about the strategy you're choosing or being smart in the moment. But them kind of help in the, like, my liver probably used to hate me, and to this day, I mean, I probably drink more than the average female, or can drink more than the average female, but that's okay. Like, I'm good. I am healthy. But let's talk about drinking. How do you feel when you drink?
Okay, for me, so as a liquor enthusiast, my friend just buy me a little bartender thinking, hello, who happy like me? But drinking, if it's taken out of context, if it's not like a liquor, you know what, guys, it's just a vibe at Margaritaville. It's just like you in your room and just say, wow, I cannot stand to be in this state, or I cannot feel these emotions right now, and use liquor to numb the pain. That is a coping mechanism, and it's very, very bad because the health risk associated with it is very bad. Everything is good in moderation, but when you overdo it, I love how Laura mentioned her liver, because the liver really takes the brunt of over drinking.
And the thing is that I never used to do it often. I would just do it when things got really overwhelming for me. I don't like being addicted to things, so I might be different from somebody else. If you're prone to addiction, like especially if it runs in your family, please don't go near the alcohol. Don't touch it. But I'm always like, I don't like being dependent on substances. But I unfortunately became so numb that I needed substances to feel something. So more than drink just to cry or just to feel something. Anything that I did, it was to feel something, because I numb myself to the point where I couldn't feel nothing.
I aspire. Don't aspire like me, but I aspire. Because she has mastered the ability of having no emotions. I have too much. So it's come to a point where I don't even know how I feel, because it's all of these voices, not actual voices. I'm not schizophrenic. I don't have dissociative personality. Once again, I'm not a therapist. I don't know if these words are making sense. But wow, sometimes it's hard to explain. I cannot verbalize my emotions. I just know that they're there. And when I try to explain it, I willingly take myself away from where it actually is. I have literally explained myself out of like a rash to say, yes, the cat is red, when in fact the cat is a light hue of pink. But in my head, I have talked myself into believing that the cat is red, simply to try and explain the emotions that I'm feeling. And yes, it is confusing. I am also confused. I continue to be confused. I don't know where I thought this would help you, but from all my confused people out there, it doesn't get better.
That's not true. It does. It does. Another unhealthy coping mechanism is meaningless sex. Now, please, I am begging people to be safe. You need to be safe. But whenever I tell people that I've never had sex with anybody that I like, they look on me funny. And to me, it's just logical. It made sense to me because in the first place, I wanted to save myself from marriage. I really did. But I got so depressed, and I also realized that I am 20 and I've never been in love or whatever. Somebody just feel hopeless. I was just like, nobody not out there for me. Anyway, so let me just dash this way. And it just was downhill from there. I started off with somebody I never care about, and I don't know, I traumatized myself over and over by doing that. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do, but in the moment or at the time, it helped me to realize what I don't want out of life. And I think you can learn from everything, but it is an unhealthy coping mechanism. Even though I've learned from it and I've gotten to the point where I'm like, yeah, I don't want none of that out of life. It still traumatized me because, as I say, I had no emotions towards any of these people, and that's what God did want it. That, like, God was, him know him did a son who said no sex before marriage. Like, that was eating away at my soul. It was. And I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that, or they think that they are in love or whatever, but it's really just an escape them all look, It's only because I'm logical with my emotions that I'm able to express this. But I feel like a lot of people have meaningless sex and don't realize it, and don't realize that it is traumatizing them.
That is a point that I did not even consider.
Yeah.
We need to reflect on that a little bit.
Somebody once said, every time he has sex with somebody that he doesn't like, part-time soul gone or something. I was like, wow, I felt that. Like, it literally eats away at your soul. It does. People will tell you from the Bible, oh, don't do this before but it literally eats away at your soul if you are not mentally and physically, emotionally connected to the person, and spiritually. Like, it's not a nice thing. But if you have feeling, and that is also what has not clouded my judgment, to realize that a lot of men don't know what they're doing. I was not blinded by emotions. The technique is just not there. I'm sorry.
Them not listen to you enough, Dexter, because Dexter know I might do it. Hello. When Dexter say and you just have to say Also, that even brings us into a point about like just sex overall and people's inability to do it, even though them think them and mash up the place or whatever. That goes for males and women, And you really are the person that are like, I know what going on TV.
And a lot of men like to blame women for being boring, but don't you think that maybe you are the one that is the problem? Like, a woman will match your energy. If you up there, then be sure so the girl not go boring.
In most cases, because some girls now have no use.
Oh yeah. Right.
Honestly, if we dash where the men are trash propaganda aside, women we have a little bit. We're not gonna tell them though, but
everybody's gonna see this.
Oh.
But yeah.
You understand what I
It's a give and take thing, really.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. I think about everything. I really do. And I think based on experiences, because I know of men who complain about women, and then when it comes down to it, I'm complaining about them, So
Hello. Bible never speak a lie when them say, yo, before you go talk about the speck in your brother eye, check the log in yours.
facts.
I cannot relate to sex because I didn't do it.
Yeah,
but we don't even have to talk about the action of meaning. It's the sense and the logic behind even these actions that we have discussed before. Trauma, we have discussed before. Coercion, have we? No, we haven't even touched upon coercion yet.
yeah.
Even at a young
But-
age, in the social and cultural norms towards sex, and that, yo, we need to do it. And really and truly, not that I'm saving myself from marriage, because I am a drunk crew and hello, but I think that you must be careful in who you choose on. You need to
And
know
do it
the
smartly.
person. Hello, my mental health comes first initiative, safer sex campaign by the shameless plug Guild EACPRO out here, pushing these initiatives, but they're initiatives for a reason. Safer sex, we never did that. Hello, we know say sex without a condom nice and everything. Hello, but you know what not nice? Picnic. You know how much we raise Jamaican picnic? $1 million in the first year.
I don't
You
get
have $1
it.
million?
I don't get it. I don't understand. Like logically, me not understand it. I don't. And then me don't get it. I don't get it.
Not to mention, we not even touch on STDs and STIs
Like
yet, brother.
if you
It's
are
safe.
trying to cope with your issues in an unhealthy way, please at least be
Be safe.
Please. So you feel like you can't live without sex because that's the only thing that clears your mind. At least do it safely.
Condom.
Not going to tell you don't do it because some
the way
people,
I do.
some people at the point that they're in their life, they need to do it. I understand, but do it safely.
This is for my foodies out there. We're gonna talk about over and under eating because both of them are symptoms of mental illness and disorders. If depending on the context, of course, they are coping mechanisms and responses to particular situations.
Yeah. I love food.
Alright, listen.
Like apart from animals, like animals were my soul. Cats specifically, they were my sole reasons for staying tethered to this planet. Soul. But food, I had to know what I was going to eat the next day, the next morning, in order
She
for me
did.
to have a reason to wake up. Food was my other tether to this planet. Like food, I don't know, food can't fail you, apart from when it make you fat.
And
Food
even
cannot
then,
fail you.
food is the same yesterday, today, tomorrow. It will still be good.
Food, and then I've lost a lot of weight. I hated being fat. I mean, I was bigger than I am right now, and I'm just like, yo, I don't like this. So I had to get ahead of it and, mentally detach from food, kind of. But if you eat when you're stressed and if you eat when you are depressed, I understand. Food slaps,
It really does. We don't even have to go in. I also want
Food.
to interject. We are not fat shaming anybody because we don't always love come under the comments, but hello, whatever weight you are, you must be healthy. Your organs can't fight for survival. Every day you decide to get up out of bed like you say, God damn, not again. Hello, if you are big and healthy, we love our fluffy women, we love our fluffy men. That's not what we're saying. We're talking about the unhealthy aspects. We just didn't have to
Yeah.
put that out there
No,
because
like-
love take things out of context, and that's on her.
I like that you're ahead of things like that. But yeah,
true.
overeating is an unhealthy coping mechanism when you don't like exercise and do other stuff. But overindulging overall
Yeah.
unhealthy because in the long term it can damage you. I was unhappy with how I looked because I personally do not like being fat. I don't. I hate it, and it caused me to have lower self-worth and whatever. Somebody did have to let go the love of food to that point where it was my reason for waking up in the morning. I mean, still, it kind of,
listen,
it kind of still is. I mean, I still have to be holding on to little things, finding nice little things in life to be grateful for and stuff.
slaps, you know.
But when I say that food,
Food.
food, food,
Food, like, it has never ever failed me, except when somebody never prepared, right? But we're not gonna really talk about that.
yeah.
But listen,
I get
food
it.
don't leave you. Get up and leave you in the morning, you know.
This video is to let you know that we get it. So I mean,
True.
yes, I'm trying to help you guys to change your mindset and move into a different kind of life,
Healthier one.
a healthier one with
All
different
points
choices.
intended.
But I just wanted to know that I've been there. The reason why I can talk is because I have experience. I have been there, and I am here to tell you that you can move out of that, what do you call it, pattern that is not benefiting you. You can move out of it and you can move forward to a better life.
All right, listen.
So thank you again, Imani. You have been vibrant and insightful, and this is what my friends have sense. I don't really like when people have no sense. My friends have sense,
Right,
and hopefully you will be able to share some more words of wisdom. Hopefully you'll get it together a little bit more in the near future.
it is my quest, guys. Seriously, being mentally unstable or not understanding like what's going on up here is not cute. It doesn't make you. It doesn't slap at all.
We get it.
Yeah.
We get
So
it.
sort yourselves out. Remember, your mental health is your responsibility. You know.